That's an interesting little phrase in the end of the gospel this morning. Then each went to his own house. So it's not just each one going away, going home, so to speak. There's a much wider interpretation to that. Each went away convinced of his own opinion and that he was right. And so, looking at the gospel this morning, I think we can honestly say that human nature never changes. And what was happening the first Holy Week or time leading up to Holy Week in Jerusalem or the Passion of Christ is happening also at this very moment all over the world and here in our own country. People are divided, passing judgments, condemning, not knowing all the facts, and castigating people from where they came rather than who they are. And I think if we look back on our own lives and we're honest, most of us have indulged in that kind of thing. Maybe we have an air of superiority or an air, or we keep separate from people. We don't want to be involved with certain people. We judge people from the outside, not knowing what is in their hearts. And that is what Jesus are. That's what was happening to Jesus in the gospel this morning. And also in the first reading is what happened to Jeremiah. So human nature never changes. Never changes. And even in the time of Jesus, there you get an example of racism in the gospel this morning. How can anybody good or what good is it if you come from Galilee? How can any good person or decent person come from Galilee? And isn't that being said by many people today? Whether you come from South America or Asia, wherever you come from, why should that make a difference? Why should we look down upon somebody because they're not American or they're not this or they're not white or they're not Catholic? Why should we look down on somebody? We have to ask ourselves when we feel like that and when we feel like judging, what makes me so special? What makes us so special that we can do that? The only thing that makes you special and makes me special is that we are loved by God. God loves us absolutely. That's the only thing in our lives that really matter. And we are not made special by that. Everyone is in the same group. Everybody, no matter where they come from, participates in the absolute love of God.